Thank you for watching our Adios Acne class. We have Mary Lynn's already on. You were on way early. So great. So glad you're here. Christine, yes, I know this is one of your favorite. You're going to love the pictures we're showing today too. Welcome, Holly. Oh, so glad you're here. And I bet you're so excited for this next week, right? With your daughter and her family coming on up. So that's going to be super fun to see your beautiful granddaughters. And Amy Wiley, welcome. And we have Amanda Miller on. Thanks so much for supporting Sarah. And Edith, welcome. So yeah, we get to hang out twice today. So exciting. So for tonight, the giveaway is our charcoal mask. And we're talking about our Clearproof skincare line. This is not part of the skincare set, but it is part of the skincare line. It's a supplement. And this helps with, we're talking about acne tonight. So this can help clear up acne. If you have deep cystic acne, it helps pull it to the surface sooner. This activated charcoal pulls double its weight in impurities to the surface. And also great if you get stung by a wasp or a bee or a mosquito bite, and just helps to relieve the pain or take the itchiness away. So that is the giveaway today. It's a huge bottle. Type in the chat. Yes, Ashley read my mind. Yeah, love the charcoal mask. So type in the chat if you've tried it before. Yes, and she's so excited. So fun. And Joe Tina's on. Yay, Joe Tina. Love you. So glad you're here. Okay, so we are going to be talking about one of my favorite skincare lines because it helped clear up my skin back in 2013. I'll do a quick introduction of the product. We're going to spin the wheel and find out what the gift with purchase is. And then we're also going to give you a chance to think about who do you know that you'd love to refer to a free pampering treatment. The consultants, we're working on a 100 free facial contest. It just started September 1st. It's going through November 30th. And this is a huge way you can help your consultant out. She is working towards 100 faces. And some of them, this is a big stretch for them. So please think of referrals to send to your consultant, and I'll give you a moment to do that later on. And at the very end, we'll do our giveaway. And if you are watching for the first time and you haven't met me, I'm Roseanne. I've been building my Mary Kay business for over 15 years. Prior to joining Mary Kay, I'd graduated with my bachelor's degree in piano pedagogy, really finding a lot of joy in my career. Loved working with my students one-on-one. And I also taught some group classes. Total, I had 40 piano students. I was working full-time with piano, but full-time piano is like pretty much from 3:30 to 9 Monday through Friday, right? So you have your weekends off. And then I had all this free time in the morning and I quickly became bored. So, hey, Josie. Yep.
Can we watch a show on the TV?
No, we're not watching a show. But you can play with Legos. You can go play outside. It's nice. Why don't you go?
But me and Joy don't want to be alone because James left and he's going to go play with all his friends.
Okay, go. You can go see if Chloe and Lily can play at their house. Okay?
Can we play at their house? Because their dad's definitely away.
Okay, well, ask them. Say they can play at our house. Okay. Oh, I gotta look. Okay. Can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. So I was looking for something to do in the morning, and I was looking for a part-time job because I don't know if you ever feel like sometimes you're a hamster on a wheel, just kind of being in the same place every single month. Just spend your paycheck, and then you spend a little more than you maybe should have, and you don't set aside for savings. And after 6 months of that, after college, we didn't have debt, but we didn't have any savings. And I thought, I need to do something different so that we can have something different. And so I looked at Mary Kay as an opportunity to be able to put aside money for savings, whether that was $50 a month, I'd be totally stoked, or $100, just something. And I just figured out today, I started with that small goal of like $50 a month. And one of my first things was I took my husband out to dinner. So it wasn't like saving money, but it was very empowering to pay for the meal and say, order whatever you want. And then I figured out today that my highest 1 month income has been $200 a day earning. So just shy of $6,000 is what I've made in Mary Kay. So I'm like, whoa, I went with like just low expectations and work my business consistently. And then just wanting $50 extra a month to $200 a day for my highest 1 month income. So anyway, Mary Kay, and she designed it so that there's no glass ceiling, that the only glass ceiling, I guess, could be your own imagination. And for me, when I get out of my own way and I serve and I pamper and I, treat this as a business, it really can pay like a business. So welcome, Rachel. She's moving into her new house, painting and all the things. So, and Mary Lynn, yes, love this stuff. I love the charcoal mask. It is fantastic. So let's pull up our Clearproof and go into the 4 sets. This is my before and after pictures. I struggled with acne in my mid to late 20s. It wasn't just that time of the month. It was all month long. And this is a couple years of struggling with it. When this picture was taken, hormonal acne, I think it was stress. We had lost a baby. And I, was really skeptical, to be honest with you, that Clearproof could help and clear up my acne. But they said clear skin in 7 days. And I thought, well, let's just take a picture and prove it wrong, And it decided to prove me wrong. And after 7 days of using the product morning and night, I had no new breakouts and it was clearing up my existing acne. So incredibly grateful. So with that skincare line, I continued to use it for a couple years, so 2013 to 2015, and then I switched over to Time Wise Repair because I wasn't getting breakouts anymore and I wanted more of the repairing. When you have acne, you got scarring, discoloration, and so just healing that. And so I've been using Repair for the last decade now, since 2015. There's 4 pieces in this, and let me just go grab really quick. It's on my shelf here. So I've sold all of my big boxes. Last weekend, I sold 3. I only have 3 on my shelf, but I sold all 3. So they're gone. I can't even show you the big ones, but I'm going to show you the cute little mini ones. So this is a travel version of it. This is what I was using in this picture, just to kind of see, because I was skeptical. I didn't think it was going to work for me. But Mary Kay does have 100% satisfaction guarantee. So whether you start with a trial version like this or the full version, you can get 100% of your money back or trade it for something else in Mary Kay that might be a better fit. So in this skincare line, there's 4 steps. There is the cleanser. And here's the cute little travel size cleanser. This is a good size trial sample though. 2% salicylic acid. So really going in, cleaning out the skin, helping prevent future breakouts. That's your 2% salicylic acid. It's a gel type cleanser. Avoid your eye area with all of these products. You do not want any of these 4 steps near your eyes. So they're not meant for the eyes. So you clean off your eye makeup with like an eye makeup remover, then you can use the cleanser twice a day. And then the next step is a blemish control toner. So this one helps with, this also has 2% salicylic acid, can also really help with blackheads, helping the nose and cleaning the nose so that the pores appear smaller. And this one you can put on a cotton ball, rub it all over. Now I was using this morning and night in these pictures, but what you cannot see is my skin got really dry. I have very dry acne prone skin. So if you have dry acne prone skin, or you have a teenager or a granddaughter who's going to be using this, you want to make sure that maybe if she has dry skin, only use this once every other day. So I backed off and I only was using it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and just in the morning. And that helped so much. And then I got to the point where I was like, my skin's not dry anymore. I'm going to start using this once every day. And then I started using it again twice a day with no issues. But when I first started out, it was a little much for me. But as soon as I got the correct kind of balance with it and just did it sparingly, it worked super great. And then there is, this is cute, little itty bitty. This is an acne treatment gel, which is 5% benzoyl peroxide. It's a spot treatment that you would only put on the actual acne, and that's why it's kind of tiny. So we got our cleanser, we got our little baby here, the acne treatment gel. So we also call it the zit zapper, lovingly call that. And if maybe you don't have acne very often, but just occasionally, we do have customers that will just buy this piece and use it as a spot treatment when they can feel a breakout coming in, or they have an actual breakout that they want to clear up quicker. But if you have acne pretty mild and all the time, like I did, or even more moderate to severe, I would definitely recommend all 4 pieces to get the results you want. And then because that's how our dermatologists have designed them. And then the last step of it is an oil-free moisturizer, super lightweight. And that's perfect because when you can give your skin the hydration it needs, if you have oily, acne-prone skin, this is going to help give it the correct amount of hydration so that your skin's not overproducing. So even people with oily skin need a moisturizer. They just need to make sure it's oil-free and that it's lightweight. And there we go. So that's the order of application from cleanser, toner, the itty bitty baby, and the moisturizer. So these are little mini travel sizes, but super great to have when you're going on a trip or when you are just trying it out to see, is this a good fit? And sometimes moms will get this for their teenagers because they're like, I just don't know if they're going to really get into the habit and how serious they are on their skincare routine. So this is a great, let's just see how this goes. Because it's one thing that we want them to wash their face morning and night. It's a different thing with it happening. So I hope I haven't got teenagers yet, but I know it's going to be a trip, right? So that's a little about that. So I'm going to show some other before and after pictures. Christine was saying this is one of her favorite skincare lines, and this is a picture of her daughter, her before and after with the the Clearproof skincare line, and also this picture too. Super cool. So clear skin in 7 days. And that's such an amazing thing to give teenagers, because if one of my customers back in probably July, purchased this for her daughter because she's like, oh man, she's going to be in 8th grade. She has a lot more breakouts. And I just don't, that's just a tricky time of life, right? I mean, I didn't like acne when I was in my mid to late 20s. And so definitely, and I was a little more confident of a person. I wasn't in junior high. So it was so cool that she got a head start and got her skin way more clear before school started. So that's the beautiful part of this. So yes. And Christine says, I also love adding the charcoal mask to the set as well. Yep, that is perfect. Using a charcoal mask once or twice a week. Once a week if you have dry skin, and just use it on the areas where your pores are bigger. And then twice a week if you have oily skin. And my friend Becky says with using that twice a week, she's like, my skin before using the charcoal mask was so oily, I could go down the street on my face. I'm like, Becky, wow, that's graphic. And she's like, no kidding, my skin was so oily. And now with using this, it's not so oily. So, and I don't even know if she needs it anymore because she's probably just fixed the problem, but kind of fun to see. And this is another before and after picture as well. So I love seeing that clear skin. Like, she's beautiful. We don't need skincare. We don't need makeup to be beautiful. We're already daughters of God. Makeup and skincare can help just enhance our already beautiful features and help us feel more empowered and more confident. I know I'm a way more productive when I have my skincare done and my makeup. I it's so good for my mental health. So happy. So that's a little about Clearproof. So 4 simple steps. I'll talk about prices at the end, but we're going to before we play the referral game, let's add the wheel of names, because I want to spin the wheel and find out what the gift with purchase is. And so if you are needing some products, whether it's something we talked about tonight, or it's maybe just something else that you're like, you know what, as I'm thinking about it, I remember this morning I'm running low on my day cream or on my cleanser. So this is a little gift of purchase as a little extra thank you for being on and watching this, that you get this little gift. And it looks like our mini eye makeup remover. Oh, that's my favorite. I had to put on this wall with that, or the 10% off, I think. But I love a mini eye makeup remover. Those travel size versions are perfect because that will last 12 days, so about 2 weeks, and it cleans off your mascara, your eyeliner, your eyeshadow, and just easy as ever can be. In fact, you guys, I think, already heard my trip to Colorado in May when I forgot my eye makeup remover, and I tried a different brand. I have no idea what it was called, but it was not working. I'm like, this is not helping. So I quickly looked up a Mary Kay consultant in the area, and that was good. So, okay. So now what we're going to do is give you a chance to think about who you'd love to refer to a free treatment. Your consultant's working on doing 100 free facials. It just started this month. It's going through November. These referrals can live anywhere in the United States. And even if you're like, she already knows this person, like maybe she hasn't thought to invite them to a facial. So totally great to be able to just remind her, hey, have you offered a free facial to so-and-so? I think she's the hardest working woman, or she brings me joy. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes to do this. I'm going to play some music. I'm going to be adding all of your names onto our spinny wheel because we're going to do our drawing for the charcoal mask, which I've never done this as a giveaway on this. So super excited for you guys to get this. And if you have not typed your name in the chat, make sure you do so right now.
Mom, we did this. Happy birthday. It's
Okay. Thank you so much for everyone who's watching. I got your names added onto our wheel of names, and we'll wrap up here with a little about our deals. When you bundle, you can save, and also our best kept secret. So on here, this is our deal sheet where we have at the top part, Repair, Miracle Set, Mary Kay Set, and then what we talked about, the Clearproof, which comes with the cleanser, toner, acne treatment gel, and the moisturizer. It's $56 for the set, last about 3 to 4 months using daily. Some of the products last 4 months, like the cleanser and the toner easily. It just kind of depends on how often you use the spot treatment and where you're all using it. But the moisturizer lasts me about 3 months, but I have more dry skin, so that's probably why. And then there's a trial version of it for $26. That's the little version I showed you that lasts about 2 weeks. So that is the different things there. Then we did talk about the charcoal mask, which this one's by itself $26, or you can get it in the masking set with the hydrating mask. And then I love using an applicator for the charcoal mask. I mean, you can use your fingers, but then you gotta like wash your fingers and, you know, first world problems. But anyway, I feel like it's just a little fancier using the little applicator. That can be sold separately though, or included in the bundle. So that's what we talked about tonight. There are different skincare lines, and I feel like most skincare issues can be solved by being on the correct skincare set. In fact, I had a customer, actually a consultant, say, actually what's cleared up her acne was the Miracle Set. She's like, to me, it was a miracle. It cleared up my acne. So for her, that's what she needed to clear up her acne. I don't think that's the case for everyone. I think sometimes we really do need the Clearproof set. But I believe when we're taking good care of our skin, using the correct formula for us morning and night. And if you're not in those habits yet, just find something you already are in a habit of. I guarantee you're in a habit of doing something before you go to bed and right when you wake up. And so just habit stack and add cleanser and moisturizer to that routine. And then you can start adding supplements as you feel you've got a good routine going with that. And the bottom left is makeup, and the bottom right is our body care set and hand, set and lips. Awesome shower gels. Body lotion makes great gifts. My son his piano teacher just had a birthday. And so I'm like, ooh, let's give her a body lotion. So love that. So as we wrap up, the bundle and save at the top is where if you're getting multiple sets, you get a savings. So the Princess, you can pick any 4 sets on the page and just pay $1.99. So for example, Time-Wise Repair, that counts as 4 sets. So instead of paying $2.15, you pay $1.99. And then the Queen, you can pick any 6 sets on the page and just pay $2.99. And the Cadillac, you can pick 8 sets and just pay $3.99. And you get our travel roll-up bag as the gift with purchase with any of the Princess, Queen, and Cadillac. Love that bag. It keeps everything organized in my bathroom. I believe every woman needs one of these. And because having something to keep all of your things organized in the bathroom, but then when you go on a trip, you already have them in a bag, so they're easy to pack and you're less likely to forget something. So, and then our best kept secret is our starter kit. And right now it's only $35 to join. And I don't know if this is something for you or like if this is anything you'd imagine in a Millionaires. I know for me, it was very unfamiliar because I was not into makeup. I more introverted. This was the farthest thing from my mind. But the reason I said yes to Mary Kay, their values: God first, family second, career third. I was looking for a part-time job already. I wanted it flexible. There's no sales quotas. I love that it's a dual marketing company and not multi-level. And so we don't have to sell the products. We don't have to share the business opportunity. I like to do those things, so I do that. But we can really use the products ourselves and keep the product. The main focus is what Mary Kay encourages us to do anyway. So So I love the flexibility on that, and that anyone who joins, from the moment they join, they can be earning that 50% right off the bat, and everyone makes that same percentage on their products. It's only $35 to join. It gives you samples, a catalog, a website, and it gives you the ability to process debit and credit cards. When we do our orders to Mary Kay, we get a hand select $4.50 retail, whatever we want or whatever family members want to buy or friends, and we just pay half of that. And then you only have to order once a year to remain a consultant. For me, that still made me nervous. I was like, I don't even know, will I be able to order once a year? Like, you know, but the beautiful part, if it's been a year and you don't need to order, you can always go back to being a customer. And the second thing is I love the 90% buyback guarantee, that I could try it out for a full 365 days. And if I found at any point during that it wasn't for me, I could send back my unused products. Mary Kay would buy it back at 90%. They're so golden rule. It's blows my mind. And I've loved seeing that this whole time in these 15 years, that they encourage me to grow in other areas. Like, they want me to grow spiritually. They want me to grow financially, of course. They want me to grow with my health and to be, you know, taking care of myself. So I love the personal growth that's come from this. And I know a lot of the consultants on here agree too. It is the cutest bag. I agree. So agree. Okay, well, let's spin our wheel. I want to make sure everyone's entered. And so I'm going to click the correct buttons here, and we can have you guys on here. So let's, okay, add to the stage. So I have Mary Lynn, Holly Shirtlift, Amanda Miller, Edith Cervantes, Ashley Dudson, Jotina Willett, and Susie Wayman. So if I am missing someone, you have about 30 seconds to let us know. Next week's class is going to be on our brand new fall products that are just coming out for the fall time and holiday. I am getting a head start this year on gift giving, on the holiday time, so that I feel more peace. And like on Sunday, I'm doing a brain dump of like everything I know I need to get done. And then I'm going to kind of like, okay, what week can I do each of these things so that it's spread out and not all like in the last 4 weeks before Christmas. So I know there's someone on here who's already ready for Christmas, because I know there's women out there. Tell us if you are that woman and give us your secrets. But that's what I'm doing on Sunday, is just a brain dump of everything that I feel like I like to have ready or prepared for the holidays, and figuring out when am I doing that so I'm not so stressed and I can just really enjoy that. Yes, and travel safe, Sarah. We're so excited for you and your family to go up and visit your family. Okay, Amy's on there. Amy needs to be on there. Sorry. Thank you, Rachel. I saw your message and I'm like losing my brain here. Thank you. We got to get Amy on here. And okay, just double checking. I'm glad you typed that in. Oh, yeah, because Amy messaged at like 6 p.m., like right when we started, and I completely somehow missed that. So I see your comment now. Thanks so much. Okay. So next week, we're so excited for new products. I've already been playing with them, and I'm excited to be, yes, glad you're here. And the winner, it looks like Mary Lynn. Congratulations. I was like right on the line there. I will get this in the mail to you. I don't know if you've tried this before. I actually think you have. And let me know if you already have it. But this, I think it's good to have multiple of these, because if you get stung by a wasp or you're camping, like I want to make sure I have one in every single car. So no matter where we're at, because my son got stung by a wasp and we had already used up the sample I had in the car. I'm like, probably should just put full size things there so that I don't have to worry about replacing samples every time kids get stung by a wasp or a bee when we're not home. Not like it happens all the time, but when it happens, it happens. Congratulations, Mary Lynn. Appreciate you guys so much. Excited to see you next week for our new fall holiday launch. Have a wonderful weekend.